Hey guys and lady guys, my name is Otkin and welcome to new video. Hell yes, please leave a like and subscribe to support the channel, you know the drill. Now enjoy the video lady boys. 21-year-old female behind at school because I'd rather take awful cosplay pictures than study. Roast me so I can finally focus on homework. How about cosplaying as a woman? If you had longer hair you'd look like Farquaad. She legitimately looks like Vincent Carthiza with tits. Putting on a wig while wearing underwear isn't cosplay, my dear. You would be cute if it wasn't for your face. You cosplay because those nerd conventions are the only place on earth where you're considered bangable. Hey, even those nerds have standards. Is this a pathetic attempt to get us to sign up to your OnlyFans? Please study. If your only source of income is OnlyFans you'll starve to death. I like your veins. You should develop an intravenous drug habit. Looking at her chest I'd say she's incapable of developing anything. To spare you all wasting your time looking at her pictures, she does the obnoxious tongue and crosses thing with cat ears. She's an ugly drop in an ocean of hot chicks. No, if she were a drop in her ocean she would be considered beautiful. It's more like she is a vaporizing drop of water turning into a weak cloud that's so invisible you can't even consider it a cloud. She is nothing in a sky of ugly. I graduated 2 months ago and now I'm still stuck in retail. Give me some motivation to get a real job. Good job. Most people graduate college in their 20s. I think it's commendable that you waited until your mid-40s. Straight up midlife crisis. Looks more like a midwife crisis. You look like you sell essential oils in Portland. Gasoline and petrol essential oils. I can't tell if you're attractive, like don't feel bad about yourself. But also definitely don't feel good about yourself. Overalls, a tie-dye shirt, and a jacket with pink birds on it. Maybe that's why you're stuck in retail. You dress like a 16-year-old. You look like the Costco version of Katy Perry. Finally, from a teen mom to graduate mom with teens. Don't feel bad. Lots of people go to college for 10 years. They are called doctors, but I'm sure the gender studies degree will pay off too. You look like the type of girl that wakes up in the middle of the night and stands there for 3 hours watching you sleep. 25 years old female, lost 12 kilograms recently, and floating on top of the world. Point, please bring me down. I slip, fall and end up crying almost once a week. Shaved my head once when I was fed up with life. Congratulations. Can we see the after picture? Your eyebrows remind me of pinball. Gas station version of Kelly Kapoor. Kelly just poor. She lost 12 kilograms because she shaved her bush. It's bad enough that you stole your grandma's shirt, but did you really have to steal her glasses too? Damn, I think your nose needs to lose weight too. Suggest some nose workouts, dude. Cocaine. Floating on top of the third world really isn't that good. I was expecting to roast some uni eyebrows, but I guess you already separate them, like you did with your parents' marriage. Verification post. If Blade was a dull wooden spoon. You look like you got struck by lightning, and it gave you no powers. The return of Cisco in 2020. What a year. Did you run out of dye for those 4 chest hairs? If MLK had a nightmare. Loves the show 30 Rock, because that's what his estranged parents traded him for. Wesley Snipes in Blade 4, sucking it dry. You look like when I accidentally changed the skin tone on my elvish character in Skyrim. Turning 20 today, but the neighbors asked if I was turning 13 because apparently I look that young. Embarrass me more, Reddit. Alvin called, he'd like to make you the 4th chipmunk. Justin Bieber. Just Beaver. You look like every video game company's target audience, afraid of sunlight and women, rocking a t-shirt for a decade-old game, and a airsoft gun, because real guns are scary. If you ran into a wall with an erection, you would chip a tooth. You also look like you want wood in your mouth. No one wants their dung gnawed. Trust me, you don't need that gun to protect your virginity. Do you normally use that graph paper to plot out ways on how to not get laid? When he is 47 he's going to break down and pay a 59-year-old hooker named Sandy to take his virginity. She will tell him to lay on the bed, and when he does she will run out the door and go buy meth with the cash. Later when he sees her on the street, he will gather his courage to confront her, only to be stabbed to death by her pimp. He dies a virgin. It's my cake day, now roast the living daylights out of me. I'd roast you, but I don't want to start a grease fire. She makes Lethaface look like Babaface. I do have to compliment you for oiling yourself up before you're roasting. You look like you shampoo with fryer grease. You look like you wipe back to front, then front to hair. All you need is a little tricycle, and it looks like another new Saw movie. How's it feel to be the only one your uncle didn't go for? 25 years old female. I lost 30 pounds and feel phenomenal. End my newly found happiness. Not creative enough for TikTok, not attractive enough for Twitch. Welcome to Reddit, the highest point in your life. You look like a female Stephen King. Which one of your parents is a lemur? If depressing blowjob was a person. Having an abortion doesn't count as weight loss for your info. Roast my friend Eddie. He likes to play Pokemon. He's 27 and single. He looks like he still goes to his old high school football games to pick up sophomores. That friend that always asks to borrow $5, but you know he will never pay you back. But will hunter you down for the quarter he lent you in middle school. I can smell him through my monitor. Bet he eats corn the long ways. Pulls out the cleanest cob you'll ever see. Not even a Zubat would approach this guy in the rock tunnel. Out of the 4 things you told us, I has already safely assumed each one. Except the fact that he is 27. He looks 40. Roast me. Skipped leg day, but doubled down on neck day. I think this is a funhouse mirror, and he's actually in proportion and his room is tidy. Even Sims won't be able to randomly generate a dude like this. Damn, the square body and long neck make this guy look like my 3rd grade drawings. How is every part of you the wrong size or shape? Yes, like he was made with spare parts. No, built like an electric toothbrush. You look big and tall and small and short. Just got hit by the next year you'll be 30. You don't have a husband and kids. Don't you feel lonely? Talk by my dad. Make me feel real pain. Your poor father has the one who got that kid. Is he still young enough to have another, better daughter? Sounds like you need to complete the cycle and get a few cats. Sounds like her dad was hitting on her, to be fair. Doctors list you as the primary cause of erectile dysfunction. Dad just didn't have the heart to point out the reasons you're not married and don't have kids. You came here for that. In 11 years you'll be 40 and won't have a husband or kids. Crow's feet, grey hair strands, and now dad unsubscribes from your OnlyFans account. Thanks 2020. No Redditor can make you feel more pain than your mounting fear of an empty lonely life filled by 1-month relationships, bottles of wine and rewatches of The Office until your biological clock stops ticking and you realize it's forever. 24 years old rapper from Boise, Idaho. Make me feel worse than my rap career. 24 years old rapper. Just say you're unemployed. I actually work for Postmates, so barely employed. I'll pay you to stand in my yard for Halloween week. I'll have to change the theme to Holocaust survivors though. Anderson Cooper really had a bad weekend in Tijuana. Rapper from Boise, Idaho. Still crosses the street when he sees a black guy. 19 years old female tiny lesbian uni student who's never been in a relationship. Hit me with your best, Reddit. I wanted to say thanks for not being straight. So what you're saying is that your vagina is about as vacant as the look in your eyes. You are the human version of beige. I may look like a washed out plate of mashed potatoes, but I've been told I have a colorful personality. It isn't showing. Tiny lesbian, is that a new code word for having a macro penis? You have still been in more relationships than I would have expected. Between the eyebrows, nose, and chin, how exactly do you justify calling yourself tiny? Thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.